Serenity, ¿cómo estás? I love your hair.
Hey, thank you.
Me
And
gusta,
I'm doing well. What about you?
me gusta mucho tu pelo. Sí, estoy bien, estoy bien. Hace frío, it's pretty cold.
I know, right?
Ujú.
It's cold down here too.
Sí,
Yes.
tenemos mucha nieve. We have tons of snow up here.
What?
Yeah, we had a blizzard over the weekend, so we had about a foot of snow.
That's why my package didn't come in on time.
See, no doubt, absolutely, no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
How was your break? What was the best part of your break? Tell me.
it was pretty good. The best part. Uh the best part of my break is going into 2025.
Really?
Yes. I didn't really do nothing over the break. Um, I quit my job.
You did.
Yes. I
They were
can't,
they were
you
making
know,
you work late nights?
well,
Because I think we had that conversation, right? Weren't they making you work
yes,
like some weird hours or something?
yes, but the mall it closes at like 8 and other days it closes at 6. So um they're not open all night and stuff, but it's just the manager. She took me off the schedule without letting me know. She silently fired me for no reason. So, I just quit.
I
I
do
wrote
think,
my
yeah, I
hmm?
do think that when they know someone's a teenager, I think they sometimes don't treat them very nicely, because you're teenagers. Like, oh, they don't need the money or whatever. But maybe the teenager does need the money, right? So
Hmm.
I think they treat y'all not so nice sometimes because you're teenagers.
Yeah. And then on top of that, she hired like other people, and then she just took me off the schedule. I was the only one that was taken off the schedule, and she hired about 8 people, and I was the odd one out. But it's okay. I'm gonna find a new job. So
Wasn't this at a
PacSun,
yeah.
yes, I would never work in a mall again.
No, I don't like them either. That was the sunglasses place, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, I worked at a mall too. My first job was at a mall, and um over college
Mhm.
in the summers, I worked at a clothing store in the mall.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do, especially nowadays.
Yeah, that's
Trey, ¿qué
true.
pasa?
What's up?
¿Cómo estás?
I got your email over the break.
Oh, good. Muy bien. Muy bien. Yes, I saw your response actually. Trey, what was the best part of your break? And you can't say sleeping late and playing my games. Something else. Okay.
Monitor,
You got a
buying
new
myself a
monitor?
mod. That's what I'm looking right here.
Muy bien. Muy bien. New monitor. I need a third monitor. I need to get me a third one, but I don't have enough like desk space, so I'd have to figure it out. But yeah.
Well, my room was a mess. I had to rearrange everything. Had to rearrange the bed, the dresser.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well,
have two desks,
I have
and my
two
mom
desks.
was like, "Boy, get that out of there. You get the one or the other." So I made it work.
Yeah.
Y'all was talking about jobs.
Serenity was saying she wanted to get a new job.
I applied at Walmart,
Oh, that's all right. And
but limitations. You got to be like 18 to get the good jobs.
yeah, I know around here we have these convenience stores called Quick Trip, and they hire young folks and they actually give them like tuition, like help with tuition for college and stuff like that. So it's kind of a good thing, but it's a lot of hard work because you got the store part and then you got all those like gas pumps you got to keep track of and all that stuff. It's a lot of work. Yeah, lots of work. So you got your new monitor. And
So what was your best part?
my best part was probably that my daughter's home from university, and she'll be here until about the 20th. So that's cool to me.
Oh,
That's
and speaking of homes, my dad got himself a house
yeah,
with carpet.
nice. So you have a place to visit?
Mm-hmm.
Good. A new place to visit.
And you got a nice backyard. It's big, like long backyard.
So when you go visit, are you going to take your computer?
He don't have any Wi-Fi.
Oh, that means no games for you.
I was trapped there for couple days.
Trapped. Go
All he
outside.
had it was TV antenna. I was watching Bounce, Dabble.
Well, nothing wrong with all that. Go outside, go for a walk.
It's cold. Cold
No,
in the winter and hot in the summer.
I know.
Like
I
the
was telling,
words.
I know. I was telling Serenity that we had a blizzard up here, right? We had like a day and a half of snow and ice, and we're still trying to dig out. Businesses closed, grocery stores out of food, all kinds of everything. Yeah, even had to have like some people were really nice. They had like pickup truck with a tow, in the back, and the police. There were so many accidents, and the highways were all closed actually because of the ice. And the police, there were so many accidents they couldn't get to help everybody who was stuck. So just people, if they had a truck with the tow thing on it, they were going to help just random people that put it like on,
A tow winch.
yeah, like on Facebook or something. Hey, who needs towed? I'll try to help you. And people were going to help complete strangers, which I think was very nice. A lot
And
of
some
people.
vehicles had the little chains.
Yeah. And then there was no place for the homeless folks to go out here. And so a couple of the hotels opened up like 12 rooms to house the homeless folks. They would have frozen to death in a foot of snow, and ice.
I'm glad y'all got it all worked out up there, but down here, the little south side, homeless people they
Yeah.
had tents outside a hotel.
Yeah. Oh, they have that here too in the summertime, but they would have, it's like when the weather's like it was, I mean, they would have all died. So people were very nice, and they donated blankets and food and snacks and stuff to, so people would have a place to go. And yeah, it's been a pretty big deal around here. And now I guess it went east of us, and now it's like in West Virginia and that area over there, because I teach a class in West Virginia, and a lot of those kids haven't been able to log in because they don't have power, because it's been snowing for 24 hours or something like that. So they can't even log in. And that means they don't have heat. So that's not good. So a lot going on. A lot going on. At least y'all don't have that to worry about, do you? Right? So did you guys have a good Christmas? Yeah. Did you
Some
go
people,
anywhere, or did you have folks come visit you?
yes, we had folks come visit us.
Good. How about you, Serenity?
Oh, yes, it was okay. Christmas is not Christmas anymore. It doesn't feel like Christmas anymore.
How's
Yes,
that?
because we're getting older.
Exactly.
Well, imagine when you're my age then. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
It's because what you do is you have Christmas through your kids and your the little nieces and nephews, and you just try to see it through their eyes is what happens, right? Hi, Hill.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
I guess
true.
we matured. You know, like me, I like, I'm into technology, computers and whatnot. So, and I pretty much got all that. So I really didn't want anything, honest,
Yeah,
but a new upgrade.
yeah, I get it. Hill, how was your Christmas? How was your break?
It was all right. Wait, let me fix my mic.
All right.
It
So
was
what
all
we
right.
ta-
I ended up being sick, but I'm still
oh,
managing.
what kind of sick? Like a cold sick?
Mono with strep throat, kind of sick.
Oh, those are horrible. I used to have mono too. I've had that, especially when I went to college. I used to get it all the time, drinking out of fountains and stuff like that. It was no good. Hi, buenos dias, Liliana. So what we're talking about is the best part of our break. What was the best
Huh?
part? But you cannot answer sleeping late. That's not an answer.
Oh, that's easy. My sister actually made me. It was this. Uh, it was like a white chocolate.
Mm,
Actually, okay, it was like a white chocolate mint hot chocolate, and we watched the Polar Express.
Yumski, because you were sick.
Yeah.
I said something in the chat.
Yeah, you got a nice sister, Hill.
Oh, my sister. Well, one of them.
Yeah. Liliana, you have a sister?
You seen,
¿Tienes hermana?
you seen what I said in the chat?
No tienes hermana. Yes, I see it.
How you say it? Te extrañe.
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 Mhm. Sí.
Yes, I miss all you.
See, you did. You missed us.
I wanted to come back.
Okay,
There's nothing to do.
you were bored. Okay. All right. Liliana, ¿cuántos hermanos tienes? ¿Cuántos? How many? No, tres. Más grande. Okay. Hill, ¿cuántas hermanas tienes? How many sisters do you have? ¿Cuántas hermanas tienes? Dos. Y no hermanos, right? You don't have a brother, right, Hill? I've never heard you talk about your brother. No brothers, right? Trey? ¿Qué hermanos
I'm
tienes?
counting.
You're counting. Oh,
I think I got
¿cuántos?
4. Let me see.
Dígamelo en español. ¿Cuatro hermanos o hermanas?
4. 4.
Ajá. ¿Cuatro qué? ¿Hermanas o hermanos? Sisters or brothers?
Oh,
Hola,
there's
Yana. Hola, Jada.
sisters. I got 4 sisters.
¿Cuatro hermanas?
Wait, I gotta count. I'm putting in the chat.
Okay. All right. Put it in chat. Hola. So if you just joined us, buenos dias, Ayana, Jada. We're talking about the best part of our break. What was the best part of our break? But you can't say sleeping late, sleeping in. What was the best part? Somebody come to visit? Did you guys get to go somewhere? Something like that. What was the best part? Before we get started here. Four sisters and two brothers. Okay, so cuatro hermanas y dos hermanos. Muy bien. Okay, ir de compras. Ayana, le gusta ir de compras. She likes to go shopping. Muy bien. Jada, what was your best part? Plus, don't they have everything on sale? Yeah.
Supermarket is supermercado.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Jada, what was the best part of your break? Okay, you guys. So I hope you all had a wonderful, relaxing week or so, whatever it was, right? It seems like it was ages ago. I feel like it was ages ago. La comida. Sí, la comida, right? Good food, things we don't eat maybe the rest of the year, stuff like that, right? So I hope you all had time to relax and just kind of chill and just, be, right? And looks like I lost my background. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, clase, ¿qué hacemos hoy? What are we going to do today? Hoy es miércoles, el 8 enero, the 8th of January. Believe it or not, you guys. The 8th of January already. Y vamos a repasar el verbo estar. So, again, this is one of those things where it's a Wednesday, so we're technically not supposed to do anything new. We're just going to kind of review this verb estar. I think most of you saw it last year, right? And I think that's what you told me before break. And the reason why we're going to do this verbo estar is because we're going to use it to create, right, another way of speaking, right? We're going to use it to talk about something that I'm in the process of doing. Okay. When we say in Spanish, you guys, like, I don't know, let me give you an example. Like, yo hablo español, something simple, right? I speak Spanish. Okay. Basically, we're talking about, like, in general. Yeah. It's something that we do, generally speaking. Okay. If I want to say that I'm doing something right now, like as we speak, okay, then I need to use this estar. And so, for example, I would say, yo hablo español, I speak Spanish, generally. I speak Spanish, right? Like, I know how I speak Spanish, okay? But if I'm speaking Spanish right now, I would say, yo estoy hablando, because I'm in the process of doing it right now. Yo estoy hablando en español. Okay. So we're going to try to figure out the difference. Okay. Yeah. But in order to do that, what I would like us to do first is to just kind of do a quick review of this verb estar. Now, again, because I don't know what you know and what you don't. Your job is to tell me in the chat, hey, ding, 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 you're going too fast, or you're going too slow, or whatever. Okay, you guys? Because I'm, again, going to operate on the idea that you know some of this, right? And so if you don't, you need to tell me, and we can spend an extra time on it, or I can go a little slower, or whatever. Okay? All right, preguntas, questions about what we're doing. See, there is ustedes. Ustedes me. Hola, Kenzie. How are you? Doing well? Okay, you guys. So before we start, here's what I like for everybody to do. Head on over to Canvas and estoy bien, gracias. Head on over to Canvas and check your inbox, because I sent some of you communication over break if I needed to. So if you didn't check your inbox while we were on break, go ahead and do that now real quick while I get my slide pulled up here. Okay. I'll give you a minute to do that. So behind me, you guys, I have like a GPS thing. Y'all recognize the little place location marker thing? It's GPS. Because one of the ways that we use estar is when we talk about location. So we're going to see that today. Also, we use estar when we're talking about things that are temporary. In other words, how we feel. Okay. So when we say como estás, we're using estar, right? Because it's how you feel. How are you doing? How are you feeling like right now? Because maybe now I feel good. Maybe later in the afternoon, I'm not going to feel good, right? Maybe now I'm sad. Maybe later in the afternoon, I'm going to be happy. I don't know. So we use estar when we talk about location. That's why I have like a GPS thing up here. And when we're talking about temporary feelings, right? Things that are going to change, right? ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. Well, I'm good right now, right? Okay. All right. Muy bien. So let's go ahead and get started real quick. And I have just, again, because I'm going to treat this as like a review. I have for you, well, I had for you, and I lost it. There it is. Okay. Bueno. All right. So I have a couple of things for you. I have a little tutorial and a little video and a little thing for us to take a look at. And I encourage you guys, again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about because you've never seen it before, then you really need to tell me. Okay. If I'm going too slow, you really need to tell me. Okay. All right. Let me get this loaded up here. Make sure, you guys, that you are in a place that you can hear and see everything okay. Okay, here's our friend again. Right, you guys? All right, here we go. I'm going to turn my volume up. For some reason, when I share my screen, I feel like the volume goes down. So I've got it all the way up. All right, here we go. So let's talking about how to express our feelings and how we are, right? With the verb estar, okay?
Oh, ay, lo siento. Estoy un poco cansada. Warm, sunny days always make me sleepy. Well, that and I was up past midnight grading papers. Again. But this is the perfect time to talk about how to use the verb estar and an adjective to describe how you feel. Estoy un poco cansada. I'm a little tired. You use the verb estar with certain adjectives to say how you feel or to describe your physical state at the moment. Now, you've seen a few forms of the verb estar already in questions like ¿Cómo estás? And ¿Cómo está usted? Let's take a look at all the present tense forms of estar. Keep in mind that this is an irregular verb. Yo estoy. Tú estás. Usted, él, ella está. Nosotros estamos. Vosotros estáis. Ustedes, ellos, ellas están.
Okay, I want to just point something out real quick. Remember when we learned yo soy, right? Tú eres, usted es, yo soy, right? So we have this yo here, and let me pull this up. Okay, so we have this yo here, right, you guys? If we flip-flop the Y and the O, we get O and the Y. Isn't that right? So this is like a cheat. This is like a little hack to help us remember. If I get rid of the AR up here, that leaves me my stem or my root, EST. So look, EST, and then I flip-flop my yo. Estoy, I am. Okay? The rest of these, ASA, amos, and on, you guys, are regular AR verb endings, just like hablar, right? Hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, hablan. So it's an irregular verb only because of this, right? But other than that, it's a regular AR verb and you got to have the accent mark. Does that make sense, you guys? So that's kind of a cheat or a hack to help us remember. Okay. Yo estoy, tú estás, just like an AR verb. Usted, él, and ella está. Nosotros estamos. Ustedes, ellos, and ellas están. So the only goofy one is the yo, in which case you just flip-flop the Y and the O. Estoy. Okay. I am, you are, you, he or she is, nosotros, right? We are, you all are, and they are. Okay. So the only difference here, you guys, is when do we use ser? When do we use yo soy and tú eres, right? And when do we use this? And so that's what the focus is. Okay. So pop any questions in the chat if you have any questions. All right, here we go.
Estar means that the way you feel is temporary or changeable. It's not a permanent trait like being tall. It's used to express emotions and conditions. Hoy no estoy triste. Miguel está muy bien. Rosario, ¿Están enojadas tú y tu hermana? No, estamos contentas. Be careful. There are some feelings or sensations that you express with the verb tener. Tengo hambre. No tengo sed. Pedro tiene calor, pero Jamal tiene frío.
Okay, so tengo hambre, you guys, I'm hungry, right? Is how we would translate it. In Spanish, they're literally saying, I have hunger. Tengo hambre is literally, I have hunger. Okay, because tener means to have, right? So we can't confuse those with ser and estar. Some of these things in Spanish, they use have, right? So I'm hungry. I don't have thirst, or I'm not thirsty. Pedro is hot, or literally Pedro has heat. Okay. But Jamal is cold. So literally Jamal has cold. Okay. So we have to be careful in Spanish. There's multiple ways to say something that in English we would just say I am. Okay.
¿Tienes miedo? No, pero estoy aburrido. Try not to confuse the verbs estar and ser because they are used for different types of descriptions. Even though they both mean to be, in English, they cannot be used interchangeably. Ser is used for physical characteristics and personality traits, things that don't change quickly or at all. Germán es alto y guapo. Hoy está triste.
Okay. So real quick, who remembers what does alto mean? Remember? You can unmute or pop it in the chat. What is alto? You're close, Hill. It's the opposite. Who remembers what is alto? Muy bien. Muy bien. Anyone else? I need to know what you know, you guys. So tell me, what is alto? Alto y bajo. You remember bajo? Yeah, good, Liliana. So alto is tall. And guapo, anybody know, ever heard of that word? Ooh, Germán es guapo. What is guapo? Any guesses? Spiffy, yeah. Jada, Kenzie, have you ever heard that one? Guapo? Serenity? No? Okay, so guapo is handsome, good looking. Okay. So Germán es alto y guapo. Germán is tall and good looking. So why do we use es? Why do we use ser? Right? Yo soy, tú eres, el es. Why do we use es here? Because being alto, being tall, and being good looking are not things that are temporary, right? They're permanent, right? Unless I lose my legs, I'm not going to be short, right? I'm always going to be tall, right? So those are things that don't change. They're permanent. And then the second sentence says, hoy está triste. So we're still talking about Germán. Germán is tall and good looking. Today, Germán is sad, triste. So we have two ways of saying is. We have es and we have está, right? Es is the verb ser. Está is the verb estar. Why do we use estar with triste? Because sad is supposed to be temporary. Like I might be sad for a while, but at some point it's going to change, right? It's a fluid thing. And so we're going to use the form of the verb estar. Okay. Any questions about that? So permanent feeling or permanent physical characteristics versus temporary, like a feeling. Okay. All right. Let's see what else.
See the difference? Germán might not be sad tomorrow, but he'll still be tall and handsome. Matías y Ana son estudiosos. Hoy están nerviosos porque tienen un examen.
Okay. So Matthew and Anna are studious, right? They like to study. That's part of their character. That's part of their nature. Okay. And so we're going to use son, which is the verb ser, right? Ustedes, ellos, and ellas son. So they are studious people, part of their character. But today, están nerviosos. Okay, so here we use estar because they're nervous. They have a test today. So they're only nervous because they have to take this test, right? So that's a temporary changing thing. So they're going to use a form of estar. Okay.
They may not be nervous after the exam, but they will continue to be studious. Good for them. To review, if it's a mood, an emotion, or a physical state, always use estar or one of the expressions with tener. For permanent traits, use ser. Bye for now.
Okay. So we can add to that when we use ser, you guys, we can add to that the location. If something's on top of the chair, if something is down the street, you know, whatever, right? We're going to use the form of estar. All right. Preguntas? Any questions on that, you guys? Before we go on to something else? Okay. Place. Yep. Place, location, that kind of thing. Okay. Muy bien. Okay, give me a minute and see if I can get this loaded. Enlarge. Okay. All right. So again, I need some responses from you guys. This kind of helps me know what you know and what you don't. Okay. Yes. So can y'all see my screen? Give me a thumbs up. Is that big enough? I can make it bigger. Okay, perfect. Okay, gracias. So let's look at our verb estar for just a minute. This is in our VHL, so you guys have access to this too, okay? And in the present tense, like we saw, it's estoy, estás, está, estamos, and están, okay? So let's look at this exercise here. It says, describe and ask about how people are feeling. And we're going to write the correct form of the verb estar, right? So the question in number 1, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Right? So if the answer is yo, right? If somebody says to me, how are you? What form goes with yo? Can you pop it in the chat or put it in or you can unmute, whichever. How would we answer? ¿Cómo estás? Good, Hill. Our hint here is the yo. How would I fill in the blank, you guys, for number 1? Can you see that? Is it big enough? That might be better. What do I fill in the blank here? Good, DeAndre. Yo. Remember what I was telling you? You take the AR off. That leaves you EST. And then you take your yo and you flip-flop it, right? So yo estoy muy bien, right? Yo estoy. Good, Jada. All right, let's look at número. We're not going to do all of these, so don't go crazy. But número 2, we have ellos. Okay, ellos blank contentos. So what form would I use for ellos? Number 2, ellos. Very good. DeAndre, Hill, muy bien. Serenity, muy bien. Right, ellos están. Okay, ¿qué quiere decir? What does contentos mean? ¿Qué quiere decir contentos? Contento. Do we know that word? This is what I need you to tell me. If you can tell me IDK, because that's feedback for me. If you don't know that word, if you've never heard it, just put IDK in the chat. It is a cognate. We could probably figure out what it means. Very good, Serenity. Good, DeAndre. Happy. Very good. Contento, happy, content. Okay. All right. What if we're asking in number 3, how are you? and we're talking to multiple people, ustedes. So we're saying, hey, how are you all? So what would I put in the blank here for number 3? How are you all? Good, Hill. Good. Muy bien. Good. Yes, we would say están. Ustedes están. Okay. All right, I'm going to skip over here to number 5. Can y'all tell me, what does this word mean? Enojada. Enojado, enojada. Do we know that word? Again, tell me IDK if you don't know. In the chat. Enojado. Okay, thank you, Jada. Good. See? Enojado. Estoy enojado or estoy enojada. Yeah. It means like being annoyed, right? Annoyed. Okay, good. I need y'all to tell me so I have an idea of what, again, what y'all know, what you don't. All right, let's come down here. This is thinking opposite. But first of all, let's figure out what the words mean. So what is aburrido or aburrida? Do you remember this one? Have you ever seen that word before? Again, tell me IDK if you don't. What is aburrido or aburrida? Okay, thank you, Downtrade. Liliana. Okay, good. Bill. Okay, aburrido, bored. Right, bored or boring. Okay. How about this next one? Enfermo. Enfermo. Anyone see that one? Again, you can tell me IDK because that helps me. Enfermo. Good, Serenity. Good, Trey. Anyone else? Enfermo or enferma? That would be enojado, Hill. Enfermo is sick. We used to use that word in English if you're infirm, or if any of you guys have a military background and somebody gets sick and they send them to the infirmary, right? It's because that's where sick people go. So we used to use that word in English, infirm. It basically just means sick. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's look at number 1 again. And it says we're writing the subject pronoun. It's given us the verb estás. So how would I fill in the first blank? What subject pronoun goes with estás? Well, if I pull it up here, you guys, estás goes with tú. So I would put tú in this blank. Everybody see what I'm doing? Yeah. So for number 2, what would I put in the blank to go with estoy? Good. Gil, good, Jada. Anyone else? Kinsey? Number 2, what would I put in the blank to go with estoy? Anyone? Serenity? I would put yo, right? Because yo is what, yeah, we're just going backward, right? Instead of putting the verb in, we're putting the subject in, okay? All right, a couple more here. Real quick, number 4. What is this? This is a cognate, emocionados. What's your guess? What do you think that means? Emocionado. Emocionado? What's it look like in English? Yeah, like emotional. There's obviously some either happy or sad or some, right? Like emocionados, right? Okay, so our verb is estamos, amos, A-M-O-S. So what subject would we put in number 4 here, you guys? Very good, Hill. Very good, Serenity. Anyone else? Sí, Jada. Perfecto. Yeah, we would put nosotros because it's amos, right? Nosotros estamos emocionados. Muy bien. All right, once again, you guys, just to help me out here, what is simpático? I'm up here. What is simpático? Anybody recognize that word, what it means? No, but I can see how you come up with that. Simpático. Yeah, it looks like that. So simpático means someone who is nice, someone who is pleasant, someone who is likable, right? Again, those are permanent. It's a permanent thing, right? Like if somebody is pleasant personality or whatever. And so notice in our sentence, we use ser because it's a permanent thing. Okay. How about down here, you guys? Cansado. What is cansado or cansada? Do you know that word? I think we should all know this one. If we don't, we need to learn it, right? Good guess, Hill. Cansado. It means tired. There you go. If we're tired. So notice again, Hill, right? We use estar there because we are talking about a temporary physical condition. We're tired. If we go to sleep, we won't be tired. Okay, it's temporary. So we're going to use estar, right? But for things that are permanent and our personalities, like are we nice or are we tall or are we short or whatever, we would use ser. Okay. All right. Any questions about any of that we just did? That was helpful, probably more to me than it was, yeah, to you, because again, it helps me know what you know and what you don't. Okay. All right. Muy bien. So let me switch this up one more second. Okay. This is what happens when I'm trying to use 6,000 different things from 6,000 different places. That's okay. It'll all work. Yes, Trey. All right. So we've talked about using estar for things that are temporary, like being tired or being sad. Okay. Let's talk about estar with a location. Okay. So where are you? ¿Dónde estás? Where are you? Right? ¿Dónde estás? So we're going to use estar with location. Okay. So again, take a look at my screen, y'all. Same thing. We have estoy, estás, está, estamos, and están. Okay. So for example, los niños, the little kids, están en la escuela. The kids are in the school or at school, we would say in good English. Miguel está en el gimnasio. Miguel's in the gym. Nosotros estamos en la biblioteca, right? Now, it can also be things. The book, right? The book is on the desk, right? My shoes are in the bedroom, whatever. Okay, so it doesn't just have to be a person. It can also be things, of course. Okay. All right, so help me out again. Take a look at these words. Tell me in chat about how many do you think you remember? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 words. How many of those you think you know? How many have you seen before? Just so I know how much I need to review. Liliana's counting. Ella cuenta. Kinsey, how about you? Jada? Ayana? Okay. Okay. Bueno. Some of these we can kind of figure out, like cafeteria, right? We can kind of figure out that's cafeteria, right? Cine, we might be able to figure out that it's cinema, right? Clase, we know. Gimnasio is like a gym. Yeah, some of us have probably seen casa before. Teatro looks like theater. Restaurante, parque, right? Those all, we get those, okay? So, yep. Okay, so when we talk about location, once again, we're going to use estar, okay? All right, good. Okay, we're not going to do all of these. Let's just practice. Okay. And let's do número 4 first. Bettina y Lorena blank en la escuela. But I don't want you to type it in the chat. I'm going to give you guys a minute to think about it, and then I'm going to ask you to unmute and tell me what you would put in the chat, in the blank, I mean, okay? So, Bettina y Lorena blank en la escuela. How would you fill it in? And then you ready, because I could call on you. See, Trey, with your new monitor, I don't know if you're looking at class or if you're looking at something else. That's not good, right? Okay, Ayana, can you fill in the blank for number 4? Can you unmute and just tell us what you put in the blank? Número 4, Ayana. Yeah, I'd like for you to unmute, Ayana, and tell us what form of estar, we're working with estar, you would fill in the blank. I'll come back to you, Ayana, for the next one. Liliana.
It's ellas.
Okay, so how would you pronounce the word? Yeah, it's ellas, but we're talking about this form of estar right here. So which one would we use? Which verb would we use to fill in the blank?
Esta.
It's plural. If it's ellas, we'd match it up, right? So it would be están. Okay, so you're right that it's ellas. We just need to match it up with the right one. So Bettina y Lorena están en la escuela, right? Where are they located, you guys? They are in the school. They're at school. Location. So we have to use estar. Okay. All right, bueno. All right, let's try número 10. Take a minute, think to yourself. I might call on you. Nosotros blank en la clase de historia, right? Jada, think you can unmute and tell us how you'd fill in the blank for number 10?
Estamos.
Perfecta. Nosotros estamos en la clase. So we are in history class, right? We are in history class. It's where we're located. Okay. Muy bien. Número 7, la profesora. La profesora is in English class, en la clase de inglés. La profesora. Serenity, what would you do? Can you unmute, por favor, and tell us how you would fill in the blank for número 7, number 7? It's la profesora.
It'll be esta.
Yeah,
Esta?
perfect. Está.
Yeah.
Muy bien. Está. Yep. Because that's why the accent's on that last day. So it's está. Right? Perfect.
Esta. Okay.
So, la profesora está, muy bien, en la clase de inglés, right? The teacher's in English class. Okay. Bueno, last one. Last one, you guys. Número 2. Usted. Número 2. Número 2. Does anybody want to volunteer for this last one? Número 2. Okay, Hill volunteered. See, what would you put in the blank, Hill?
For number 2, it is está.
Perfect. Muy bien. So usted está en la biblioteca, right? What's a biblioteca? Anybody know that one? That's a crazy kind of word. Library. I heard somebody say library, right? Like bibliography, right? Bible is a book. So anything to do with books, biblioteca, right? Very good, you guys. Nice job. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, how much time do we have? We have no time. We're done. ¿Cómo estáis? Ooh, okay, I guess that's it for today, you guys, but you did a great job, especially throwing some new stuff at you today. So we will practice más mañana. Y mañana clase tengo música latina. Sí. Okay, tomorrow I have some Latin music for us. Okay. All right. Adios, clase. Adios. Have a great day. It's nice to see you all again. Adios. Hasta mañana. Adios.